What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Today I'll be talking about episode 40, which is titled Versus Zapdos, a legendary raid battle. I freaking love this episode. Like, okay, you know me, I love Journeys and this episode had me smiling for a very long time. But I still have my complaints about this episode, which you will hear in just a bit. But for now, let's summarize this monster episode. This episode starts off at the Cerise laboratory once again with one thing in mind: shaved ice machine. Well, after a while, the machine started to cut in and out with Ash and Go, very disappointed. At times it stopped just to start again, and so on and so on. Them with Chloe also noticed that the lights inside the lab were doing some wacky stuff, which makes it evident that some sort of power surge is occurring. Professor Cerise emerges from the laboratory to say that they have detected a strong biological energy in the area, thus proving one thing: a rare Pokemon is appearing. Go analyzes everything that's happening at the moment and announces one thing: Zapdos is coming. They run off to check out the storm clouds that have formed at the port of the city. They prepare for what they believe to be one of their biggest fights in their lives. Ash and Go argue who should battle Zapdos, but that appears to not matter at all because the thunderclouds decide to disappear with no Zapdos in sight. They start walking back to the laboratory in disappointment. Well, Ash does. Go continues to think and analyze the situation. Go brings up a common saying: which came first, the Pokemon or the egg, to Ash, but Ash is just confused about what Go is saying. Go then brings up the Pokedex entry for Zapdos, how it says that Zapdos lives in thunderclouds. Do the thunderclouds form first, or does Zapdos arrive first? Stop that thought though, time to talk to Chloe since they bumped into her. Chloe talks about the power outages and how it's only in the area they are in. Everywhere in the area seemed to be affected, but nothing outside of the city. Professor Cerise calls Ash and Go and says that the thunderclouds have formed again. Ash starts to run towards the port since that's where they formed. Go instead runs the opposite direction, saying that it's his gut feeling to go over here than towards the clouds, saying he found the answer to the egg and Pokemon question. He pulls Ash away and they both run away from the port. Chloe was there to watch that scene. I'll talk about this more later, but she did say, quote unquote, not my analysis, but my gut feeling. I feel like he's becoming more and more like Ash in regards to how Go acted. Like I said, more on that later because, well, we gotta get back to the chase. They arrive at a power plant which supplies electricity to the Institute. Even though there weren't clouds here, Go reckons Zapdos is here. They walk into the power plant to see Team Rocket trying to spot out a new HQ for themselves. After arguing, they hear Zapdos in the other room, and, well, of course they all run after it. In the other room, of course, they see Zapdos there in all of its glory. Everyone sends out a Pokemon. We have Raboot, Pikachu, and Team Rocket's gotcha Pokemon, Rhydon and Stunfisk. Pikachu and Raboot get hit and are down pretty quickly. Stunfisk and Rhydon are able to withstand these attacks due to being ground-type Pokemon, but don't cause any damage because they can't aim, I guess. One can't aim and the other just doesn't have any power. Pikachu and Raboot try to force their way closer to Zapdos, but it's no use against Zapdos right now. After thinking about it just a little bit, Ash, Go, and Team Rocket decide to join forces against Zapdos. They team up with each other using Rhydon as protection, Stunfisk as mobility, and with that, they get closer and try to attempt an all-out attack. It's no use though, as Zapdos dodges it and flies higher up. Go gets in an elevator to get to the ceiling to chase after Zapdos. Ash tries to follow, but Team Rocket stops him, trying to capture Pikachu instead. That leaves Go to fight Zapdos alone for the time being. Go sends out Flygon, but it still seems to be no use as Zapdos is just way too strong. Flygon isn't able to close the gap between the two of them. Dragon Breath hits its mark though, as the only move that has hit so far. Go throws a Pokeball, but Zapdos easily escapes. Team Rocket blasts off with Ash arriving at the ceiling finally, with Go and a worried look on Go's face. Ash tells Go to keep going though, to keep battling, to not give up because this battle is not over. Raboot climbs on top of Flygon and they both travel the air together. This most likely allows Flygon to focus on dodging and is able to get closer. Raboot tries a double kick, but Zapdos is just too fast and dodges away. Raboot takes a major hit and falls to the ground and looks like he's out for the count. But Raboot sees how Go is feeling. They both get into battle mode one more time. for one last attack. They try the same thing again, but with Flygon using Draco Meteor. Raboot once again jumps on the meteors in Draco Meteor to get closer. Now with range, Go tells Raboot to use Double Kick. What comes out instead though is Raboot's new move, Blaze Kick. The move is a direct hit, bringing Zapdos to the ground. Go throws his Pokeball. The Pokeball shakes 3 times. And then lightning strikes the ball from above, breaking the ball open. Zapdos strikes lightning down everywhere. Everyone is able to get away except Pikachu, who gets hit by all the lightning. This leaves Pikachu, weirdly enough, full of energy. This wasn't Zapdos trying to hurt anyone. This was Zapdos sharing his lightning energy with all the electric Pokemon. Zapdos flies away, and Ash and Go wave goodbye, hoping one day they can have another chance. With this battle, Go is starting to find his love in battling. After his success with Zapdos, he says that his battle with Zapdos was so much fun, which is something I was really happy to hear. They go over all the information that was collected at the Cerise laboratory, how Zapdos went to the power plant to rest, the thunderclouds were caused by Zapdos showing up, and more. After going over that data and quick adorable moment with both Ash and Go, the episode comes to an end. So, this was an episode, alright? It was a great episode. I'm just gonna be clear right now. I don't want any of my complaining to make it look like I don't like this episode. It's more nitpicking for me, I think, but I can't not love this episode. It gave us, once again, more Go development and more of a reason to believe me, right? Right? Ash as Go's mentor or something? Yes. Anyway, this episode has so many things in 25 to 20 whatever minutes you want to say. It had a lot, let's just say that. First off, let's talk about Go and about how he went, about the whole Zapdos situation. Analyzing the whole situation and figuring out it was Zapdos right from the beginning is so Go, so that's not surprising there. It shows that he can still put things like this together. Walking back and discovering the cloud appearing again was the biggest point to me, though. I hope some of y'all as well. I mean, Chloe even said it, like, I don't know, it made me so happy and giggly, and that's not the point here. Kind of. Well, it's true. Go is turning out to be more and more like Ash, and I'm not complaining at all. It's awesome to see that it's actually being recognized in the anime. It helps me further my theory of Ash being a mentor to Go, setting up for a new generation. Please don't trash on that. I talked about in my Ash's Purpose Let's Talk. Okay, next up, the battle. Usually the battle isn't something I really talk about too much, but I have a lot. Go, for example, even though he's been more confident as of recent, that other side of him, his less confident side, still showed. When he was on the ceiling, his emotions were clear, both from how he acted, his expressions, and in the end, his battling. Go's confidence come from his friends around him. Raboot, Ash, everyone that can back him up. That just showed more in today's episode. As much as we've seen Raboot be that Pokemon that, you know, feels a little distant from Go emotionally, and no, don't get me wrong, they still love each other, Raboot still sees that worry in Go's eyes and decides to get up to continue to fight, to please Go, and honestly, probably to get stronger himself in the process. Raboot looking up at Go and all the trust they had each other in that moment, it felt close to an Ash and Pikachu moment, I'm gonna be honest. Seeing Flygon in battle was nice too. Flygon's Draco Meteor and Raboot make a good combination. Flygon was able to get some battle time alone, so Flygon wasn't overshadowed for the whole time, but having Raboot there was really nice. Nobody catching Zapdos, though, is in my opinion a very good call right now. I say this for one reason only, okay, maybe two. It's a freaking legendary Pokemon, and we're in episode 40. Guys, like, I understand all the people talking about this episode before it airs. One group is like, Go is gonna catch this thing, and the other group is like, it's Ash's time to shine. But no, nobody caught Zapdos. Not only is Zapdos still an important Pokemon in Pokemon, and theoretically it's a one of a kind, it shows that Go can still fail to catch Pokemon. I mean, yes, we've seen him fail before, but seeing it at this scale, for some reason, it's a little satisfying even for me. Even though Ash didn't really do much with Zapdos, he had his moments. You know, being excited for Zapdos, being adorable with Go, you know, the necessities. But the highlight here for me is his interaction with Go on the rooftop. Yes, I know it's about Go again, but hush, I'm having my moment. Ash once again showed how he can still be some sort of mentor, someone who Go can lean on, anything like that. Ash supports Go, and that showed today. Ash saw Go's face, saw how he was worried, how he looked defeated, and Ash told him, inspired him yet again to get back out there. This battle isn't over. For a moment there, Go regained his confidence to battle Zapdos once again, trying a strategy that he made up on the fly. Though it didn't work the first time, more and more parts of Ash are evident in Go's character now, and this episode proved why. Not only was Raboot a confidence booster, but Ash was as well. These are the biggest support beams in Go's life right now. Now, if only Tokyo would come back, he would be too. Now, do you want to hear my complaints? I got a few. Okay, don't get me wrong. Watching this episode, I understand what they wanted here. Kind of. They wanted to highlight Go's evolution in battling yet again. They want to show that he can be like Ash and battle until he's used every last ounce of spirit left. They want to show some sort of equivalence, I believe, and that's why they showed Ash giving Go a little bit of courage on the ceiling. The raid battle, though, it was a battle. Like, it wasn't the main part of the episode. Like, I felt Team Rocket was there just to stop Ash from following Go and Raboot to the top of the building, which makes sense because, you know, Go development episode, like I said before. I'm happy about it, sure, because Go, but I still feel Ash was cheated from any sort of glory. Pikachu got stopped easily and then was halted by Team Rocket. Heck, the raid battle felt too short. Legendary raid battle was in the title. You would think a raid battle with a legendary Pokemon would be highlighted. Would it have turned into impressive development like this? Probably not. However, it felt like the raid battle was there just for show and nothing more. It was the shortest raid battle in my life. I wanted to see Team Rocket especially battle more, but I guess this is what I have to pay for amazing Raboot battle animations. Yeah, it was worth it. You know what else was worth it? Watching Go love battling. After everything he's experienced with battling, Go is finally seeing some of the fun about it after battling Zapdos. I think this is just a sneak peek on what's in store for Go. More big battles for Go are most likely coming our way too, first starting with the Darkest Day arc. Maybe he'll stay consistent with battling there, you never know. Goals don't have to be one-sided after all. Oh boy, am I excited. All in all, this episode had its up and downs. The animation this episode, especially in the battles, was just beautiful. Characters, especially Go, held so much emotion in all their scenes and was able to tell a much better story. Props to everyone involved with this episode. Sure, it's not perfect, but honestly, it's one of my favorite episodes. If it's not one of my favorite episodes, it's my favorite episode. Though it's still hard for me to go that far with it yet, I'm happy that development for Go and Raboot is going this way. Is development too quick? That's something to discuss in the comments. And that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting the like button because that is super highly appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Let me know what you thought about the episode in the comment section down below. I feel like this episode would show somewhat of a mixed bag and I'm really curious about it right now. So those comments, leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.